According to a report by the Pew Research Center, 49% of the world population is connected online. The internet and emerging technologies like smartphones have came a long way and changed the way that we interact, think, and search for information. For my article presentation, I will be focusing on an article published in 2018 by the American Psychological Association. The journal's title is The Decrease in Psychological Well-Being Among American Adolescents After 2012 and the links to screen time during the rise of smartphone technology. Most of the data produced in this article was through a national survey where they surveyed 1.1 million students in grades 8th, 10th, and 12th grade. I think they picked a good research methodology for this case study. Specifically, they were able to go back all the way from the 1990s and measure the self-satisfaction or unhappiness of young adults in the 90s all the way until present time, 2000s, but also in between that timeline, we have all these emerging technologies that began. We can see the different correlations or changes that were happening during that time and how this affected these young American adolescents. In this journal article, they conducted 2 studies. The first study measured self-satisfaction, life satisfaction, and happiness. The second study focused on economic conditions and how much screen time students were spending on their phones, on watching TV, on playing video games, on social media, and even texting. I think there are 2 weaknesses that you can counter-argue against in this article, and I think one of them is that many young adults can argue or state that social media specifically and emerging technologies like TVs and video gaming is actually helping them and helping their self-esteem and increasing their psychological well-being. And by that I mean that there is more representation of different demographics on TV, on shows, on movies, and even in social media. Another factor, counter-argument for this article could be that they didn't focus on dating and relationships in these young adolescents. A lot of young adolescents in the 8th, 10th, and 12th grade are focusing on being popular, being cool, and on getting a boyfriend or girlfriend. They want to date, they want to have relationships, and they didn't bring in that as a factor. I think this article was very useful for me and it was very informative, and I think that I can use it for my research project, and I would rank it a 4 out of 5. I think one of the key findings in this article was that they found that in the year 2012 the psychological well-being of these young adolescents decreased. Hopefully the findings in this article can help me in my own research project this semester by finding links between emerging technologies like the internet and how it's impacting human face-to-face interactions.